Hey, what's up, guys? We just got done watching Mikaela Meyer for Sandy Ryan. What an amazing fight, first of all. Second of all, Mikaela Meyer wins a majority decision. One judge had it 95-95. The other two were 96-94 and 97-93. I don't think the right girl won this fight. I did bet Sandy Ryan, but like right before this fight, my buddy texted me. He said, "Who do you got in this fight?" I said, "I think Ryan does enough to win, and but I'm worried about her getting screwed by the judges." And that's what happened. I just figured like this was going to be a close fight, anyways, and I was just worried that like yeah, close fight. Whoever's fighting in their hometown will win the decision, and they can justify it because there was a lot of close rounds. It's just like the rounds that they must have gave to Mayer, like all the early rounds. Mayer did real good early, and she was using her jab. But once Ryan closed the distance in round like 3 or 4 or 5, one of those rounds, like she turned it on, and you could have arguably had her, I think, like sweeping the rest of the fight, but there was close rounds in there, and the problem is like it's women's boxing. Women's boxing, they don't tend to have too much knockout power, so they both come forward, and technique kind of goes out the window a lot. I'm not saying these girls aren't like very skilled fighters, but technique just kind of goes out the window sometimes in women's boxing, and it makes for a great fight, but like it's very hard to judge those rounds. I just don't see like let's go down the judging criteria like clean punching. Who do you give that to? Like in most rounds, I give it to Sandy Ryan for that fight. Effective aggression, I give it to Sandy Ryan. Uh, Defense, you can't give to either one of them. Ring generalship, I guess you give to Mikaela Mayer a little bit because she was jabbing and moving, especially for the first half of the fight. But like the clean punching and the effective aggression was Ryan for most of the rounds, and especially the clean punching and the effective aggression. Like she hurt her several times throughout the latter half of the fight. I mean, not hurt, but stunned. And it's just something like I said, they don't have a lot of power in the women's division, so like just to sting somebody like that is a big deal, and it should be enough to sway the rounds. So if there's a bunch of close rounds in there, like I think Ryan's rounds that she won were more decisive than the ones that Mayer won. So if you're going close rounds, like and you split the close rounds, the other rounds have to go to Ryan, and she should have won a decision. But I'm not too mad at the scorecard. I just think the wrong girl won, and I'm not being biased because I because I bet Ryan, but like I just think the wrong girl won, and it sucks. It sucks when this happens in my country because I know all those UK fans. They're going to be pissed, and rightfully so. And if you're a Sandy Ryan fan, if you're from the UK, like you're going to be screaming robbery. I got no problem with that. I just wouldn't go as far to call it a robbery. But I do think it was a bad decision, and I think the wrong girl won, and it sucks because like I said it before the fight, like don't screw her. Just give me a good decision. Like I don't have a lot of money on a fight like Sandy Ryan versus Mikaela Mayer, but like I just want to see a good fight and a good decision, a fair decision. That's all I want, and I don't know if we got that tonight. Like those judges, you had to be biased if you had 97-93 Mayer. I don't know like I don't know. That's 7 rounds to 3. Like dude, show me the 7 rounds that you gave Mikaela Mayer, and they're probably all close rounds. Like you can't give if you give two of those to Ryan, it's a freaking draw on your card, and it ends up being a draw as a fight. But yeah, I just thought the wrong girl won, but. I just give us a rematch. I mean, give us a rematch. Hopefully, it'll be in the UK, and let's settle this thing, especially with all that Sandy Ryan went through. Like, shout out to Sandy Ryan for taking this fight in America. I'm sure it was great to headline at MSG and everything like that. She fought her ass off. She can be proud of herself, all that shit. She's still walking home, taking a flight home without a belt. And it sucks to work your ass off like that. You come over here, you headline at Madison Square Garden, and you don't get a fair shake. And I hate that about the sport. I hate that about the sport. Like, you guys, these judges don't realize, like, a decision like this could ruin that poor girl's life. And it can ruin her career because I mean, at some point, like these boxers are just gonna say, like, dude, what's the fucking point? You know how fucking hard I worked for this, just to show up, and it's a girl that's on your same skill level, so it was a great fight, but like Sandy Ryan should be very proud of herself, and I hope she continues, at the top level, and I just hope it's just give me the rematch and make it in the UK, because especially here in this country, like I'm not even gonna say that. I kind of want to say, like, I don't want to hear any excuses. That girl deserves a fair shake. She deserves a fair shake. She deserves to complain. She's going to be very vocal about this decision. Her team's going to be very vocal about it, and I don't blame them one bit. And hopefully they do get vocal about it, and maybe we can get some things changed in this damn sport if enough people complain and just keep putting it out there. Like, and but I hate when this happens because it's almost like I'm trying to think of that Irish guy who came over here and he beat Arnold Barboza. I think it was on a Teofimo Lopez undercard or something, and the guy won at least 8 rounds of the 10 rounds, and they didn't give him the decision. They gave it to Barboza, and I just said, like, this is why, like, the people in the UK don't want to come here. I know he was from Ireland, but like that's why they don't want to come here. It's a black eye for the sport. Now it's a black eye on our country, and it turns us into like UK people just saying, the judges suck in the United States. Trust me, we say the same thing about your judges. Not me, but like our country says the same thing. Like, don't go across the pond because you're not gonna get a fair shake. Well, then you see stuff like this. Why the hell would they come here? Neither one's gonna go either place, and then we're never gonna get big fights from. There's a lot of good fighters in the UK that I just want to see come over here. But I think a lot of them are worried, like, dude, I'm gonna fight my ass off and get robbed. I'm not doing that. I'll stay here in the UK where at least I can get a fair shake. But like, there's certain prospects. Like, I really want to see Dalton Smith. I think he fought here in his last fight, but like, I really want to see him make his way over here, fight the top level, world level guys. But I'm worried. You see enough of this stuff happening, and when it comes time to where they got to fight for a world title, they might not do it because they don't want to get a fucking decision like this. So, but like, I don't want to take anything away from it. It was a great fight. Like, I didn't say one good thing about Mikaela Meyer this today, but like she put on a great performance too. I just don't think she did enough to win. But like, that was one of the best Mikaela Mayers I've ever seen too. That's what happens. Just like when Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fought. Like, there's no losers in that fight. That's why, like, I would have been real cool with a draw here, and then we get the rematch. But bad decisions. It's a thing in boxing. But let me know who you guys had win in the fight, and let me know if you want to see the rematch and who you think wins the rematch. But have a good night, guys.